to this week's edition of Frontline Faith, your source for local news and inspiring faith-based stories happening across the South DFW community. I'm Angie Moser.
And I'm Ben Rivera, here inside the Hagee Communications Center on the SAGU campus in Waxahachie, Texas. To honor our veterans, the streets of downtown Waxahachie became riddled with combat boots, gunfire, and smoke last Saturday. Here's Kayla Rose Marino with the story.
History has its eyes on downtown Waxahachie, where local volunteers put on a World War II reenactment. What used to be modern-day Waxahachie was transformed into a World War II battlefield with displays of military vehicles and camps.
It's a way to use and enjoy the stuff that you would collect on your own anyway. So having it on a wall, you get to play with it and enjoy it.
A majority of veterans took part in the reenactment due to their interest in the historical war.
We don't get this opportunity to relive history like this often, so it's very important to come out here and be able to see and feel and actually be a part of something that was 60, 70 years ago.
The 30-minute battle kept the crowd on their toes, giving them a taste firsthand and for some creating nostalgia from their childhood.
You know, I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I grew up playing Army like a lot of guys, little kids did. But this is a chance for you to kind of smell and hear all the gunfire in a safe way.
The events of the battle culminated in the surrender of the enemy, giving the U.S. their victory. This is Kayla Rose Marino for Frontline Faith.
Honoring those who serve, Waxahachie welcome veterans in appreciation for their sacrifices. Here's Kayla Rose Marino with the story.
The Waxahachie Civic Center held the Veterans Day ceremony for all veterans and their families in the Ellis County area.
I served in the Army in Vietnam in 1970-71.
Throughout the event, those in law enforcement and who have served in the military since World War II were recognized and thanked for their service.
Well, this is a welcome home for Vietnam veterans especially, and for all veterans that have served our country. This is a thank you for veterans. That's what Veterans Day is.
Booths were set up to promote their support groups, but to also create community amongst veterans.
All of them coming up and saying thank you for my service, and me in turn saying it back to them, just showing the amount of love we all have for one another, whether you're a civilian coming and saying thank you or another service member going back and forth.
Families were brought together in remembrance of fallen brothers, bringing out emotions for loved ones. The Veterans Day ceremony has been a great way to honor the men and women who have served and lost their lives for their country. This has been Kayla Rose Marino for Frontline Faith.
Many people from SAGU went out to make a difference in the Waxahachie community. Here's Andrew Moser with the story.
I'm here at downtown Waxahachie where SAGU students and faculty are making a difference. On this epic day, people came together and joined different service groups, then went out and make a difference in many ways.
A variety of ways, whether that's picking up trash, painting fire hydrants, cleaning up our parks, all different kinds of things. The entire purpose was to serve the community.
From painting to cleaning and picking up trash, there was importance to all of this.
It gives everybody a chance and an opportunity to go and do something good, but it really affects the people that do it. You make long-lasting relationships with people, and just serving with people is really good to build relationships. And then also you get to see people's hearts and really serve.
We're here at SAGU for only a short period of time, and I think it's a great benefit to the community that we give back, that we shouldn't just be ones that take, that we should give back. We should improve the area that we're in.
Improving the community makes everything come alive, but it was also about having fun.
It's really a lot of fun to be able to give back to your city, and it's fun when you can do it with people that you love. And so I would encourage everybody to come to Make a Difference Day and be a part of it, because it really is fun to be able to connect with people that you don't know or hang out with your friends and just do something that's good.
This has been Frontline Faith. I'm Andrew Moser. As the semester draws near, and life gets a little more stressful, sometimes one needs to step back and refocus their attention to God. If that applies to you, come out to a Revive Night in McCafferty Hall on November 16th from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the line of worship and the prayer led by Forrest Bridges and Jacob Sabarin.
Mission 10 had their semi-annual all-night prayer on Friday, allowing students to gain a better relationship with God in the company of their friends. The evening began with coffee and an introduction to how the event was going to unfold. There are 4 stations set up around each room with their own theme. At one booth, students had the opportunity to choose a prayer country from a world map. While the night was still young, a small student-led worship team set the mood. Shortly after, Professor Charity Kurtz gave a sermon and split the crowds into groups and had them intercede for each other. The rest of the night was filled with a variety of prayer.
SAGU volleyball team has been dominating this season. See how they did on the first round of the Sooners Athletic Conference Tournament. Up next on Frontline Faith.
At Southwestern, we endeavor to offer more than the average college curriculum, producing men and women whose lives are pleasing to God, and that's worth everything.
Have you already started listening to Christmas music? If so, you should have been at the choir and chorale concert this past Thursday. By Miss Joanne Burnett, the concert choir and chorale presented their Christmas-themed music concert accompanied by Dr. Wu in the Hagee Communications Center. Spent 3 months preparing for the concert, starting at the beginning of the semester. The concert choir kicked off the night with a good selection of Singing Unto God and the Nutcracker Jingle. The choir followed by a Chorale of the Bells and Gloria from the opera and the Mass of Angels. For the last 2 songs, Bethesda Christian School Choir joined and sang with 2 assembles, choosing the night out to singing The Lord Bless You and Keep You.
SAGU faced off with the Mid-American Christian University in volleyball on November 6th. Here's Seth Roseno with the story.
I'm standing here in the Schaefer Center gym where the Lady Lions are about to kick off the first round of the Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament.
Tension permeated the gym as the team warmed up before the game. SAGU had seen an outstanding season from their women's volleyball team with a winning streak of 25 games over the course of 2 months. Head coach Hank Moore attributed the team's success to the girls' dedication.
We've got a great group of girls, and they work real hard and play well together, and that allows those things to happen.
However, that streak had been lost just several weeks prior to the tournament. Despite the losses, SAGU students were confident.
I am rooting for SAGU.
Definitely the SAGU girls, the Lions.
I mean, I've watched their games and they've been doing really well, so I'm confident that we'll win.
The Lady Lions lived up to the expectations of their fans, winning the first set 25-18. However, during the second set, the MacU Evangels gained the upper hand, leading by more than 10 points. But the Lions refused to concede, fighting tooth and nail for every point and winning the set 27-25. And, determined to never fall so far behind again, the team made short work of the third set, winning the game and ensuring their progression in the Sooner Athletic Conference Tournament. For Frontline Faith, this is Seth Roseno.
Lights, tempo, action, dancing. Onto the stage is the SAGU Jazz Band. The students will be performing live music in the Hagee Communications Center Auditorium on Tuesday, November 13th. The pieces performed will range from classical to jazzy or even onto a bit of funk and folk tunes. There will not be any vocal pieces in the performance, making the show completely instrumental and highlighting the students' hard work of effort, that they put out into learning their instruments.
Gwines Hall residents came together Thursday for a dorm donut workshop. The students had the opportunity to test out and vote on new donut flavors for the spring event they hold every year. Here's Mindy Hodges with the story.
Here in the Gwines dormitory, the RAs held a dorm donut workshop. This was an event for all the students living in Gwines to prepare for their spring semester dorm donut shop. All the Gwines students came together to pick their favorites to be made for the spring and enjoy some time to just hang out and relax. However, donuts weren't the only thing there. They also had milk to wash down the donuts, voting, and a photo booth for a memorable time.
So what you do is you get your donut, and then you pick a glazed flavor, like they have blueberry, lemon, maple bacon, birthday cake, coffee, and then you take your donut and you just dip it in there.
Every RA had a part in making the workshop happen.
So I'm one of the RAs here in Gwines, so I helped plan the event. I took care of decorations, the voting side of things, so more of like the detail-oriented stuff, and then the other RAs did the food.
Basically just stood in the back and we got a bunch of fryers that were in our storage unit. We got some oil, poured it in there, and we went to town.
For Frontline Faith, I'm Mindy Hodges.
Stay tuned for a musical professor's story and a turkey-themed fun run up next on Frontline Faith.
Selecting a university can be a tough decision. You might be asking yourself, do I want a school that's in the heart of a big city, or am I looking for a calmer, more laid-back environment? Well, students that attend SAGU don't have to choose. Our university offers the perfect balance of both. SAGU's primary campus is located in Waxahachie, Texas, just south of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, allowing our students to enjoy the atmosphere of a rural town while still being close enough to the big city. Here, you'll be offered a door of opportunity into future business opportunities, an entertaining environment, as well as a great place to obtain your education. Just 30 minutes north are restaurants, theaters, theme parks, museums, shopping malls, and professional sporting events. These, along with many others, are great ways to take a break from your studies and create lifelong memories with friends. For those who would rather enjoy relaxing in the great outdoors, the DFW area offers many places where you can get away from it all and enjoy nature. For many of our students, there is no better way to pass the time than by relaxing on a cool fall or spring day while watching a beautiful Texas sunset. Now, your college experience is not only about having fun. Once you complete your degree, you'll most likely be looking for a great place to start your career. This area is one of the best places in the nation when it comes to employment opportunities after you graduate. Many of our students obtain internships at businesses in this area, which lead to full-time employment opportunities. So if you're looking for a great place to jumpstart your career after graduation, this area would be a great place to start. So, are you still weighing out your options about where you want to attend school? Well, by choosing SAGU, you don't have to decide between the opportunities of the big city and the small town atmosphere. Here, you get the perfect mix of both. To find out more information about the academic options SAGU offers, visit our website at sagu.edu.
Country music and coffee and a good company brightened the night as the Right Rhino had their annual open night concert. Right Rhino brewed with excitement as crowds waited for the music to begin. James Derlin came out with his guitar and gave them a night to remember with his calming voice and friendly appearance. The crowd was warmed by coffee along with old times classics like The Rowdy-Dowdy Way and The Love Without Regret. As the night progresses, more and more people came out to enjoy the fun and make new friends.
This hunting season, get out with the guns for the second annual Turkey Trot. The race takes place on Thursday, November 15th. Students and faculty are welcome to sign up. For more information, go to sagu.edu/turkeytrot.
Fresh Market, Starbucks, and Right Rhino have some new competition on the blocks as the dessert spot plants itself right in the heart of Waxahachie and its people. Here's Braden Rexell with the story.
The newly installed sugar store, known as the Dessert Spot, has now introduced itself into the prime time of Waxahachie living. In only 5 weeks, the owners of the store have already made their mark on the people.
We love them,
It's a very hospitable place and a nice environment and great desserts.
It is here that we also find the owners, a happily married couple who equally love the people in return.
I love downtown Waxahachie. I love the community. I love the people. I love that Waxahachie is growing. I love the walk traffic. And have you seen this wonderful hotel located right downtown from the main courthouse, the Rogers Hotel? It's a beautiful facility. It's being renovated. Come check it out.
Everything from the decorations on the wall to the hotel that the shop is neighboring, the dessert spot has potential to rival that of any competitor in the area. The relationship with the owners and their customers give this shop a unique and inviting atmosphere that is sure to take Waxahachie by storm. For Frontline Faith, I'm Braden LaRue.
This Veterans Day weekend, we honor one of our own faculty members. Here's Adrian Serna with the story.
Dr. Tyrone Block is the music department chair at SAGU with several faculty members and ensembles under him. But how did this U.S. Navy veteran begin his career in education?
Teaching is something that was a gifting that I didn't even know I had. There was a saxophone player by the name of Dave Langette. He had a son, and his son played trombone, and he asked me if I would teach him. And of course, I didn't know very much about teaching, but I started to teach him, and I noticed his progression, and he would make the district band and then the region band. And I got a letter saying, "Thank you for all the teaching. It's been great." He has a scholarship, going to college, and I'm going, wow, what is this thing? So I really began to teach more after that. Once I left the Navy, I started teaching in the schools, and then I started teaching privately, and I just got more and more students. It's something that I love to do.
He's really showed me what the role of a musician is, and he's taught me that music isn't about myself, it's about the audience and about what people want to hear. So that's really inspired me to be the best I could be for others, not just for myself.
His background has definitely shaped the teacher he is today.
Certainly his military background has made him very focused and very detail-oriented.
One thing you learn is you respect those who are above you, understanding chain of command or order, or how things really should go, how to follow something from the beginning all the way through to the end. That's how it is. Handle any issues at the lowest level.
Whenever you are the leader of something, you have to work well with all sorts of different types of people and different personalities, and I think that his military background has kind of helped him to do that. Plus, just going through the rigors of getting a doctoral degree makes him a very disciplined person, and he inspires others, to be disciplined as well.
Dr. Block continually shares the knowledge he's gathered throughout the years with his students and colleagues.
From the Navy, or he was in the military, I think that really helped him because those are some of the best players. Because of that, he has set the bar high for us, so then he kind of knows what our competition will be once we graduate, and so he's helped us to meet that.
I started to experience this real depth of knowledge when it comes down to performance practices of music, what to do, how it should be, in which I'm taking all this knowledge and I give it to my students now. It's not so much about, hey, you didn't play this note right, or hey, just don't take a breath here. Now it becomes a thing of visually, what story are you trying to tell? I take that knowledge and I give it to my students, and I watch them grow in their understanding of music.
I've had a few private instructors throughout my time as a musician, and I would without a doubt say Dr. Block has been the best one. I've learned more from him than I have any other instructor or director.
I'm just truly blessed, and I'm really blessed by being here at Southwestern to be able to pour into my students and to allow them to have those experiences as they're growing closer to God.
Thank you for your service, Dr. Block. For Frontline Faith, this is Adrian Serna.
This has been Frontline Faith. I'm Andrew Moser.
And I'm Ben Rivera.